Hi there, it's another tarot stash for Aquarius. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is your May 2025 full moon reading. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Guys, welcome everybody to the channel. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you smash that button right now. Like and share if this message resonates or you think that this would resonate for anyone around you. Ooh, we have a card. I just heard take it. We have a card that just flew right out. So I'm going to take it. Underneath the deck, we have union. So we could have union on someone's mind. There could be union on your mind or on someone's mind around you, coming into union with them. This could have been something in the past as well, because it's underneath the deck. Top of the deck, we've got Justice, Ushan. So you could be dealing with a Libra, but you also could be receiving justice in some type of a union. Now, one person's justice can always be another person's karma, right? So this could be your karma or their karma for some type of justice that's coming in, but it all has to do with union. So let's move on to the celestial bodies for our astrology. So Aquarius, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's called All I Know by Five Finger Death Punch. They're local here in Vegas. So some of the lyrics. I don't think that I'm crazy, yeah, but how would I know when the voices remind me that it's all just for show? So it's like your inner voice, you know, recognizing and realizing the fakeness around you. And then you can hold me down and not let go, but the devil you fear is all I know. So it's like, you know, what people think is evil, what they perceive as evil is, you know, to other people who have had to, like, grow up in those types of environments, it's nothing to them. They've faced those demons. They've faced those devils, right? Because that's all that I know. All that I know. So someone could be getting their justice in a situation. They've been stuck in a situation because it's all they've known. It's the only type of pattern of relationships that they've ever known. It's like a cycle of, like, for instance, like a habitual liar, a narcissist, you know, or someone like that. And I know that that title, that name gets, that phrase gets thrown around loosely, but it's at an all-time high, right? And so it's like when you recognize a pattern with someone, it's all they've ever known. So someone else experiencing that, it may be like harder or whatever, but for this other person, that it's just part of their nature. But that could be why I don't know, that it could be why, you know, either it makes them stronger and or weaker. I don't know where I'm getting that, but let's move on. Underneath the deck, we have Libra. I feel like you're definitely dealing with a Libra with this Justice card. Aquarius. And if this resonates at any time throughout the reading, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. Let me know. Are you dealing with a Libra? You also may have some strong Libra in your chart. So we've got sextile. Now, sextile is I want to say it's a difficult position, but it may be advantageous. Hold on. I want to double check. Not sun sextile. We want... Now, it could be, I don't know, it could be Libra. So, yeah, it's a harmonious aspect. Okay, formed when two planets are approximately 60 degrees apart in a chart. So this angle is generally seen as facilitating communication, cooperation, and opportunities for growth and learning. It can also suggest talents or abilities that come naturally to the individual. So you could be in a sextile like position or relationship or union with a Libra, potentially. Oh, okay. I understand. So I just got that someone is in a relationship with a Libra because, and they're in a union because they're in a sextile, you know, relationship that feels comfortable, but they're not happy. And so that's justice and karma. One person's justice is another person's karma. There could be one person in the relationship that, they want to be there, but the other person just doesn't. But it's all they know. It's like the only relationship that they've been in or that ever felt right or felt good or felt like it, felt like home. Okay, Aquarius, what else do we have for you? Now, for others of you, you really could be in a sextile relationship with a Libra, and it's all good, okay? There could be some kind of justice, some kind of court, some type of whatever, but it's bringing two people into union. Underneath the deck, we have the Nine of Staffs, so it's the Nine of Wands. It's one of my favorite cards, actually. It's the Wounded Warrior, and this is just somebody who's been through the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. They've been, dragged through the gauntlet, so to speak, and they, they make a really good, wise leader, but they're tired, and they just want to get that 10th wand and lay, all the burdens down and move on to the next cycle, move on to the next project, take a rest. So, but Nine of Staffs, so this is that type of energy underneath the deck, like you're just tired of some cycle of always having to be, ready. You're ready for something to end. Okay, let's get 3 cards for Aquarius. We have for May 2025 for Aquarius. Thank you. Okay. So we start out, I don't not like this. This is good. So underneath the deck, you have the Six of Cups. This is friendship. It's nostalgia. This is like childhood memories. This is people from your past. This is somebody that you could have known from your past. Or it's also like, the energy of somebody who brings out like that inner child around you, that makes you feel comfortable, balances things out in love and emotions. So in the past, recent past, we have the Ace of Cups. This is the beginning of a beautiful new relationship. This could be marriage. This could be any kind of relationship coming together, an offer of love. But aces are gifts from the universe. This was a universal blessing. Okay, then we have the Seven of Cups, lots of options. With options comes overwhelm. Sometimes when a person is presented with too many options, and sometimes that is just like so you have to be careful and make the right choice. But then what we have coming in the future, and it's also sitting in the energy of the Empress, this Libra Taurus energy. So you could be dealing with a Libra, whether this is male or female. This is a male or female. This is like the feminine energy. But it's like balancing things out. You could be, I don't know, or there could be opportunities coming in with an Empress energy. Somebody could be choosing one of the options, and that option is the Empress. Somebody they've known for a long time. That's the harmonious aspect. That could be the sextile aspect. Okay, underneath the deck we have the Four of Wands. So this is, being ready for the opportunity that you've worked for. So I did pick up on there could be an opportunity to work with an Empress. It is, the Four of Wands is about celebration, stability, home rest. It's about mirth, milestones, and community, working together in communities. This also could be somebody, potentially somebody getting their justice in a community. Also, this could have something to do with a house or a home, because the Four of Wands represents like the four corners of an actual structure. What's the Ace of Cups? We have the Chariot, so it's Cancer energy. This is something that's taking place and happening fast. There also could be travel involved, like getting in an automobile. You have success in the face of difficulty. There could have been like travel in order to, yeah, you could have had to travel to like come together. But also like the Chariot can also be direction and focus and perseverance. So it's like somebody was just like persevering on this new relationship, focusing on this new relationship. What's the Seven of Cups? Okay, does that, no. Trying to decide, yeah, but I wasn't going to. Thank you. Somebody's walking away from their choices. When they walk away, okay. Make your decision and take action with confidence. Okay, that makes sense. Like, why would they walk away from all these options? This is just somebody making a decision. Because, again, Seven of Cups, there's lots of options, right? So this is the energy of somebody making their decision and then moving forward. So taking action, change, journey. What's the Empress? Thank you for Aquarius. We have the Six of Swords. It's your energy, Aquarius. So moving on from problems and being mindful of what you take. So this is like a transition, moving beyond problem solving, and that's where this Empress energy comes from. Whether you're a male or female, it's like you're going to be like, it's like once you decide on what option that you're making or taking, you're moving on to this Empress energy, because now you don't have to worry about all the other stuff, right? You've made your decision. You're going to go with your decision. You're not going to change your mind. And now things are going to become smoother and calmer. And I don't know what this exactly pertains to because everybody's on a different timeline. And this is a very general, energy reading for the month of May. But Aquarius, from what I see, this actually looks really good, because then what we're looking at underneath the deck with the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups, we see somebody coming together. Reach out for help when you need it. But this is all about, the Three of Pentacles is cooperation, gain, teamwork, creativity, realization, and influence. Working together and extending, a cup of support or whatnot to people, that you've known for a while. So that's really nice. Like, whatever this is, there could be this Empress energy that will be moving away from these problems. There could have been problems in the past, but any kind of issues won't be an issue anymore. Underneath the deck, we have keep your commitments. So any promises, any, commitments, dates, events, that type of thing, you want to make sure to, to keep your commitments, show up when you say you're going to, but love yourself. Put yourself first, and that's also Empress energy, putting yourself first. That's also very Libra energy. Libra loves to make sure that they're taken care of, It's very healing energy, Aquarius. Love yourself. Because, and I always say this too, you can't expect anybody else in the world to love you the way that you need to be loved if you can't love yourself in those ways first. I just heard dead ass in my head. Thanks. All right, what else do we have? Now, for my returning subscribers, you guys know at the end of every year, I do a predictions, full moon predictions reading. And where I pull cards and predict all the full moons of the upcoming year, and then we journal everything, and then we go over it every single month for every sign and see how it resonates, how it compares. So I've been doing it at the end of the full moon readings so we can see how it compares to the cards that come out for your particular monthly reading. So stay tuned. We'll do that in just a minute. Underneath the deck, we have number 37. Somebody could be 37 years old, but also 3 plus 7 equals 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So what we're talking about is a cycle or a chapter that's closing, but then it's also, it's the start of something new as well. We've got seeing underneath the deck. It's the energy of perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. And I feel like once somebody makes this decision, decides which cup they're actually going to take from, and then they walk away from everything else, this is what they're going to go towards, the clarification. This Empress energy, and then communication is going to get a lot smoother. I'm also seeing, somebody could be getting married. Somebody could be offering up a cup of love. There could be a marriage taking place. And this is like the truth coming out in a situation. Keep your commitments. Somebody could have offered, proposed to a person, and now it's having cold feet or second thoughts. So underneath the deck, we're talking about keeping commitments. But love yourself first. Don't keep a commitment just because the tarot card said so. Don't keep a commitment because, you're getting pressured by people outside of yourself. What you have to do is love yourself first. Aquarius, love yourself first. That is your justice. That is your justice. All right? Do what you know is best. Top of the deck, heart chakra. Somebody needs to work on and or open up their heart chakra. This is literally how you love yourself first. We're talking about the heart. So somebody could be 22 years old, but also 2 plus 2 equals 4. We were talking about 4 regarding house, home, stability, foundation. We're also talking about, 22 being it's like a divine twin flame number. So soulmate, twin flame energy here. Could be dealing with green. Okay, so green could be somebody's favorite color, but that's also the color of the heart chakra. But green could be significant. What else do we have for Aquarius? Okay. You guys, I can't make this up. This happened in another reading. Same exact cards, too. We have union. So number 11, soulmates and friendships. Just got done saying soulmates and twin flames or whatnot. And then we've got the union card here. So, and they're both underneath the deck. So this is what we're talking about. Someone could have cold feet. I might even title that. Someone may be getting cold feet. But for those of you already in a connection, like this is your soulmate. This is could be twin flame, but for many of you, it's just like a really strong soulmate, somebody that you've known for a long time. Could have been fighting, arguing, but I see it coming together. I see a partnership. I see working together. Maybe you as a couple are working with another person or a counselor or a spiritual coach or something like that. Then we've got number 27, Greenwood, the awakening. Yep, somebody's having a major realization. They are seeing the union. They're opening up to what this relationship is supposed to be, whether it's with another person or with their self. Okay, this is somebody making a decision and really awakening, having a spiritual moment, seeing, and behind that is faith, and having the intuition and opening up that third eye chakra. That's what's happening. The third eye, somebody's having an awakening. And so here's the thing. I'm reading this 2 ways, okay? Somebody could be having an awakening and moving forward in some kind of a commitment and moving forward in some kind of a relationship. Could be a marriage, could be the continuation of a marriage or leveling up in some type of a relationship or partnership in some way, okay? For others of you, this could be somebody seeing, like having an awakening, right? But seeing that, seeing the truth of a situation, right? Having clarity, maybe realizing what it was that they were actually looking for in a union. Now, how that applies to, this justice, it could come out as justice and or karma with, if they have to dissolve a union in order to be with their empress. Because they could have lots of options, right? If these options are people, they could be choosing their option, walking away from all the others, and going to their empress. Now, the empress can be a Libra, can be a Taurus. It can be any sign because the empress is actually a combination of everything. But there's going to be smoother communication. Somebody wants smoother communication with this empress energy. And they've got, they've got union. They've got commitment. They've got... like there could have been promises made in the past, to maybe move in or live with another person or be there for another person. So somebody's heart chakra is really opening up and they're realizing, they're seeing the truth and clarity of the situation. And it's really beautiful. They're realizing someone really truly was like a soulmate or, supposed to be in their life for a reason. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave that up for right now. Now, let's look at the predictions. So our full moon is on May 12th at 9:56 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's on a Monday, at least in this time zone. And so it's the Scorpio full moon. They also call it the flower full moon. So also during the month of May, it's Pluto retrograde. Now, we are Pluto in Aquarius right now. So when Pluto is retrograde, and this is May 4th through October 13th, it means that there's deep interest, there's like a period of deep introspection related to transformation, alignment, and future changes. So again, I feel like they could be like, there could be a storyline where someone is preparing to get married, but they're having these revelations about the future, so they're really thinking about who they're comfortable with, who they are in harmonious relationships with. I know it's weird, guys, but I see different storylines in it. Anyway, so one of the cards that we pulled, the first card we pulled was the Three of Pentacles, which is what you guys have underneath the deck. And that's all about working together. It's about higher commitment. It's about union. It's about partnership. I'm seeing 555 on the clock right now. And look up 555. Google it. Angel number 555. It's all about change of direction. Somebody could be making a change of direction. While it may be walking away from commitments of several options, right? It's keeping their commitment with yourself. That's loving yourself first, but also keeping your commitments maybe to a person from the past. So then we have emerging into grace. This is you or another person will be emerging into grace. Then we pulled card number 21, resilience. Also waxing gibbous number 5, change of direction. So someone is being really resilient in a situation or is just really resilient in life. And then card number 3, rosemary, ancient memories. Rosemary could be significant, whether you use it for cooking, baking, herbs, sage bundles, whatever. But rosemary is also, when you take it medicinally, it's known to help improve memory. But also for some of the readings, I was getting ancient ancestral DNA. So, you could be getting upgraded, like downloads, ancient memories. Then you wake up one day and it's just like this stuff. Then we also pulled the first quarter moon card in Aries, stepping into your power. This is the power of somebody leveling up, stepping up into your power. Now, the thing about Aries, Aries is the sign of the Emperor, but we have the Empress on the board. Same kind of energy, somebody stepping up into their power so that they can deal with an Empress. Okay? They want to rise up and be at the same, vibrational frequency. They want to be at the same frequency as this Empress energy. Then we also, for the Crystal Oracle, pulled Lion Skin, the Lion Skin card. It's a crystal. I don't have one here. I should have found mine. But it's all about tolerance. Now, this could be tolerating a person. This could be a person tolerating you, but this also could talk about tolerance of like a substance. Having a high tolerance or no tolerance, or learning how to tolerate certain things. And then last but not least, I started at the end of the year using Astro Dice. These are based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And we rolled Uranus, Pisces, in the 10th house. So when you combine all of those things together, it means a humanitarian and compassionate approach to one's career. So this could be, somebody wanting to support another person, wanting to step up, wanting to keep their commitments with another person, to help along someone's career. But also this could be, being compassionate within your own. This could be stepping up and like running a charity drive at work. This could be, just opening up your heart chakra. When you help others, it helps yourself. That's another big thing. When I'm down and out on my luck, I love to give to others, because that's the best kind of energy that can come back to you when you're feeling that kind of way. It's one of my favorite things to do. All right, well, and also the number 27 could be significant for someone. It's my favorite number, but it's my birthday. So we've got 11, the 11th, the 22nd, the 10th, the 27th, and then the number 37 could be significant as well. So that's where I'm going to leave you. If any of this brought you clarity, insight, or answers, make sure to drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading where I dive down deep into your personal storyline, because this is just very general, all of my booking information and contact information is in the description below this video. Just go check it out and reach out to me if you have any questions. As you know, it's together we grow. I love sharing this time and energy with you. I look forward to reading for you again in the near future. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages here on the channel. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.